we identified a need for vulnerable children. Currently, I have a shelter here in Mooinooi and in Rustenburg. In Mooinooi, we can accommodate 25 children, and also in Rustenburg. These children come from a background of abuse, neglect, abandonment, HIV orphans. We do not ask where the kids come from, we just take them in and do the best we can for them, to develop them, send them to school, educate them, counsel them, see that they have the basic medical needs, dentistry. We trust God that we can do that for our little ones. We must have special programs in place for youth, for a youth center, which we are now re-registered as a child in care and youth center. I am equipped to help them with play therapy, and I'm also in the process of training my staff, because I can't do everything. I'm training my staff to be able to do play therapy with the children. The children get assessed. We see what is their strengths, what is their weaknesses, where do they need help. And if they need a psychologist, we can refer, but we give them very good pastoral care.
At the moment we do have 28 children, from small, 3 months old up to 18 years old. And we actually here to teach them hygiene, discipline, education. We help them a lot with the education, with the schoolwork, everything we help them with. They received here good quality of food. They received here the love that they don't often get from home, because some of them are abandoned, so they feel they do have it here, and that gives them the comfort of a house, gives them a bed, everything. They feel they are welcome. That is actually the main thing. You have to let them feel they are welcome.
By the time they took us from a social development, I thought they're taking me to my mom at Ogas. Then when I'm looking on the road, I saw this is not the place where my mom is living. Then I came and I thought, this place is a rehab or something, because there were white people that side, only white people I saw. Then we went that side, and there was only a black woman, one woman who welcomed us, and she was a very nice woman. Then she told me, showed me on my room where I must pack my clothes and everything. I felt welcome.
They arrived here about 2 years ago, I would say. They come from a background of neglect. The father died and the mother just couldn't cope with the situation. And what I believe happened is she approached social development to ask for help with these 2 young girls. They were then put in foster care.
In 2002, my father died. Then it happened that in 2003, my mother can't handle us to take care of us anymore. She turned up to be a drunken woman. Then she started drinking, and she cannot take care of us anymore. And there was a woman nearby our home, whereby she called the social workers to come and take us from there. Then I went to the other place at Brett's called Letlabile. We went to stay with our foster parents.
And the foster parents couldn't cope with them because of their bad behavior. I think what happened is they got involved with the wrong friends at school. They were rebellious.
I become changed. It happened that I started stealing at home to make my friends happy, because they were always having all what they want. I started stealing at home. Then my mother told my social worker that how I tried to talk to her, but since the death of my father, I changed.
Social development approached me and said, can you handle 2 very difficult teenagers? Which I have a reputation for that I do, because we have very strict rules and regulations, but we also believe in giving a lot of love to them.
They actually used to go out at home, but here they cannot do that. They are actually here all the time, and they have to see to our regulations, our rules.
They don't like getting up early. They don't like, at some instances, to wash dishes. But it's all part of normality. They must come into a normal, homely atmosphere again. So yes, it's challenging for them, I think.
One of them took me and stayed with me down and said, I don't know why you came here, but I can see this thing is stressing you. And these days you are not even really talking nice. You are shouting and this and that. And if somebody talks to me, I say, I was like that. I don't give a damn. I do it like that. Then she tells me, don't do this. You must learn to do this. Talk nicely and this and this. That's how I learned that an older person is an older person. I'm old than all the children here, but not older than the mamas.
During the week, I wake them up at around 5:20 so that they can start to wash the faces, brush the teeth, and to get dressed. And then in the meanwhile, I set a table, and at 6:10 I call them to have breakfast. After breakfast, I go back to the rooms, see that I get ready now, and then they come and sit in the TV room to wait for the bus to come and collect them.
It was a new school here. There are some of them, they say they hate the people who are living here. Then I finally say, do you hate the people who are living here, but you don't know their stories? Then it happened, they say, there was a girl I go to, because he told the other girl here, you are living at the center, you left your home, what, which means as they know at school is the people who are raped here, who are coming here. I told them, you are not sure, I'm not here because I'm raped. My sister's not here because she's raped. So when you say the people who are going there, they are raped, you don't know what you're talking about.
But you know, in the end, she proved to be the leader of the pack here. And she's so a girl that wants to help and wants to learn.
Is to take care of this house, to make sure these kids of this center are not making big mistakes as a sister. They are not fighting and doing bad things. What it is my responsibility to look after them. And to stay in a shelter is not the end of the world. It did help me too much in my anger. Because if you talk with somebody about your background, you are becoming better. And so for me, talking with them, I think, has changed me from the anger that I used to have for my mom. And I took them as my mom, so that anger of my mom has removed. I finally talked to her as a normal mom. I'm not having anger anymore with her.